So Quakers have a vocabulary, a set of vocabulary that can be useful and can be confusing to newcomers. Part of the reason that it exists is that as a non-dogmatic religion, there are ways that things need to be framed that are both specific and broad. There are words that you can kind of interpret as you like, and also words that you shouldn't do that with, but I think that's where it comes from. Also, it's just a long tradition of people naming things and then going with it.
A meeting is a gathering of Quakers, a gathering of friends. Other denominations might use the term church or congregation. We use the term meeting. And some, depending on the branch of Quakers, there are Quaker churches.
It's called a monthly meeting because we gather monthly to do our business. And the Quakers organize themselves in terms of monthly meetings. Most of those are nested within a quarterly meeting. Most of those are nested within a yearly meeting. The structure can vary, but that tends to be the structure. And all of those are how often they get together to do their business.
Quakers at some point decided that we really didn't like the names of the weeks that we had, that we still have: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so first day is the Sunday of the rest of the world.
When Quakers say convincement, they mean someone who has decided that the Quaker way of life is the right way for them. They would like to be a Quaker.
The difference between convincement and conversion is that conversion is something that's done to you, and convincement is a process that happens inwardly, that you, however long that process takes, come to clarity or clearness that Quakerism is where you find your spiritual home.
Clearness or a Clearness committee is when someone has feels called to do something, an intent to do something. It feels called to set up a Quaker meeting in Moscow or to get married. The Quakers will often have a Clearness committee and make sure that all the angles have been considered, that one is perfectly clear that this is what one should do. It's a wonderful process, and it works.
Members are people who have gone through a specific spiritual and administrative process to become a part of the meeting in a more tangible way. It often includes like financial backing, as well as being on different committees and really intertwining yourself in the community. And attenders are people who show up for the worship and also are very integrated, often spiritually.
You can attend for as long as you want. People come for years as attenders. Once you're a member, you got to join a committee, and you're more responsible for the actions of the meeting. And there's also some spiritual stuff.
Clerk is sort of used in a couple of different ways. You have a clerk of a meeting who is responsible for overseeing the business of the meeting. You also have clerks of individual, not a whole monthly meeting, but the clerk of a specific committee.
They are in charge of, showing up for the spiritual health of the whole group, as well as doing lots of tangible things like logistics and leading business meeting.
Minutes for the uninitiated are just the notes of a meeting, basically.
It is saying in this moment, here is a decision that we have made that we are going to record for our history, to be able to look back and know what we said, what we chose to do, how Spirit led us to discern a decision.
An elder is a person who was or is charged with maintaining the discipline of the meeting or holding the meeting in, quote unquote, the light, the spirit, the presence of God, prayer, while the meeting for worship is taking place.
An elder is not just the old people in the meeting. I have met some 5-year-old elders and some 16-year-old elders. An elder is someone who has spiritual gifts, particularly for holding the body, someone who's able to help create that container for us to be faithful together.
I mean, it's kind of literal. There are some meetings that have a order of services, and often the program meetings come with some kind of minister. The unprogrammed meetings, there are no ministers. No one has planned it out in advance. They're typically 60 minutes-ish or until you're moved, but let's try to keep it at 60 minutes. Yeah.
Those are just the names of the various branches of Quakerism that exist in the United States. Quakers have had different splits in their history, and so now the various branches are the various divisions of Quaker thought and theology in the U.S.
The light is this idea of a uniting force within all people that may be a bit of God or a bit of the Spirit, or just a metaphor of like a candle in each of us that really connects all of humanity. Yeah.
Thank you for watching this QuakerSpeak video. We release a new video every Thursday. We'd like to thank Philadelphia Yearly Meeting for partnering with us on this one. PYM brings Quakers and Seekers together in Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, and New Jersey. It's a network of spiritual communities who worship together, witnessing to the power of relationship and transformation. Find out more at pym.org. Thanks again for watching, and have a great Thursday.